Shubhodaya. Good morning all. We have been covering the rules and regulations to be followed while practicing yoga to be successful in sadhana. The rules and regulations is part of Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga is like 8-storied building. If you want to climb up to the higher 7th floor, 8th floor, you have to go through the first floor, second floor, the basement, the ground floor. The foundation of this castle is Yama and Niyama. Yama and Niyama are the foundations. Yama says our life should be of use for others. Our life should be dedicated for others. And that is the main requirement. When we are come here to play the game of our life, the requirement, I should be of use for others. That Yama is a 5 in number, talked about Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya and Aparigraha. And in order to be of use for others, I have to enrich myself by following niyamas, 5 niyamas: Shaucha, Santosha, Tapa, Swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana. And Patanjali, he talks about these rules and regulations are like pillars of yoga, the foundation of yoga. It has to be followed by everyone, irrespective of the religion they belonging to, irrespective of the country they are coming from, irrespective of the time they are living in, irrespective of that one. Everyone, Sarva Bhauma Mahavratam. It's everyone as a Mahavrata, great austerity, everyone must follow for harmonious living in the society and having a harmony in the society. Everyone must follow these ones, Yama and Niyama. And in the Niyamas, I have been covering that one, the purity, the discipline we have to follow for ourselves. Purity in ourselves, in the physical level, talking level, mental level, the purity leads to santosha, happiness in life. If there is an impure person, there is no happiness. Only the pure person will have happiness, santosha. Santosha it is leading to tapas and wanting to have more bliss, more joy. I have to gain that one doing tapas. The austerity, I have to do that one. And to do the austerity, I need a roadmap. Roadmap is given by what is called as Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya means introspection. I have to self-study, analyze myself, I am very, it's critical of others. I am very quick to pick out the mistakes of others. I am busy pointing out mistakes in others. It's a Swadhyaya. It says you have to analyze yourself. You are so quick to analyze others and pointing out mistakes. How about yourself? Swadhyaya. Swa means individual. Adhyaya. Study yourself. Your physical composition, mental. Why I am thinking this way? And why I am agitated? Why I am disturbed? Swadhyaya. Study that one. Study yourself. And Swadhyaya, to study myself, to improvise myself, I need a reference point. I want to improve. In relation to what? Improve means I should have a benchmark. In relation to what? In relation to Swadhyaya. Swa means Swatantra. Adhyaya, one who is an independent being, one who is never bound. In relation to him, I have to analyze myself. I have to analyze, this is the perfection where I am. And it's only no point in talking about the perfection. Are there any examples? Have anyone has done that one? Yes, they have done that one. Read the scriptures. Scriptures are nothing but talking about the perfect or perfect. and it is shown by many great seers who have trodden the path. In that path, and their example, set an example. It is not only a theory, you can do that one. They have shown that one by their own example, their own life. So, scriptures, the roadmap, what we have, the roadmap is the given by the scriptures, encouraging us, motivating us to get best out of us in our life. It is scriptures are there for our personality development. In the corporates that run a session, management session, personality development, managerial skills and what not they teach, it is nothing but it is taken from the scriptures. The scriptures talking about how to uplift yourself, study the lives of great people. You have to read the scriptures, study, analyze from their lives, how they have trodden. And for analyzing, reading the scriptures, we should have dedication, devotion while reading the scriptures. We need to have role models. In our role models, we take our role models as some rock stars, some film stars, some sports person as it's a sports person as our role model in our life. We are crazy about that one. We can pay $1,000 to get into their show. That I don't care. I am their fan. And the scriptures talk about, you are talking about a rock star or film or the sports person as your role model. What is their shelf life? How long they are at the peak? Few years, 2 years, 3 years, and what we see after that rock star went to the prison, they committed suicide or in a drug abuse, and person of a very weak character, we treat them as our role model. Person of a weak character. In the scripture says, you need to have a role model. They are time tested. Such a great personality, it will invoke the best in us. We need to have that type of role model. And in the scriptures, last week I mentioned reading the scriptures and not to go by only the outer meaning. Just because it is in Sanskrita or in an ancient language, Gurumukhi, or it is in Hebrew, doesn't mean it's 100% authenticate. As I mentioned last week, in the ancient text, when printing technology was not there and it is to be copied, physically copied from the palm leaf, or people used to write, and there are the people dedicated, their job is only to copy. And if some letters are not clearly legible, the copying person might have changed according to his thinking. I think that means this one. And to his understanding, he would have kept footnotes also. That footnote, over the time, it has become part of the text. Like pollution, we want the most pure thing. For in the kitchen, I want a pure food. What I buy, it's 100% pure. I want everything pure. Pure water I want. And what about the scriptures? You need purity in that one. Not to go by the lexicon meaning. The meaning over the time, the meaning also changes. English, what it was during the Shakespeare's time, now it is different. Though its alphabets are the same, though we can read, the meaning it is conveying is different. The scriptures are for thousands of years, over the time, meaning has changed. Though it means we are using the current meaning, but ancient meaning. For that one, lot of contemplation is required. contemplation is required. When you're reading the scriptures, when it should flow in a line, sometimes some letters, some sentences go off track. People take up those off track as an authentic and they start commenting on that one. This is my religion. It is talking about that one. If you want to understand one text, you have to read all texts and see the flow. Is it going in the same direction? If it is going off track, you have to be very careful. That is why in the scripture says, never read the text for yourself. Like English translation, I sit and read. You have to approach a competent teacher with humility. Tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshinaha. Approach a competent teacher with humility, with the bow down and with eagerness to learn. Sir, please enlighten me. I don't understand. Not out of arrogance. What teacher knows? I know more than him. I have studied more than him. And I have a double PhD, triple PhD. I went to that, I know Sanskrit grammar, I know this one. And with arrogance, the inner meaning never will open up. And in Bhagavad Gita talks about Yamimam Pushpitam Vacham Pravadanti Vipaschitaha Veda Vadarata Prokta Nanya Dastiti Vadina. People, the person, I may be very good in grammar. I can understand all sentences. And but there is no realization within. That person looks at the text as the literal meaning and this is it. And Yamimam Pushpitam, flowery words, whatever text talks about, he or she thinks this is the ultimate. Nothing beyond this one. And it is only satisfied with the outer meaning. Never, do not go to that person who is only talking about the outer meaning. You don't need an outer person. You can analyze yourself. In the Google translation is there. You type that one, it will translate. Then you don't need a teacher. It's not the outer meaning. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistrair Gunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nityasattvasto Niryoga Kshema Atmavam. Sri Krishna further says the text, religious text, the text, what they are talking about, what I can see, what I can hear, what I can talk, what my senses can feel. And they can only, the words can talk about what is seen. But you have to go beyond the words. You should be able to read between the lines. And however great is the Vedas, all the religious texts, they are talking about only which I can perceive. And what which is beyond the realms of mind, words cannot put it. I can't put it in words. I can't talk about that one because it's in the beyond the realms of mind. And it says, Trairgunya Vishaya Veda Nistrair Gunyo. It talks about only what is perceived. You have to transcend above this one, above the text. For that you need immense courage. Many people are scared. I want to go by line, and it says beyond that one, the great seer is the one who has transcended above. What the religious texts are like a highway, like a motorway. I am going in a motorway, but truth is not in the motorway. I should have a courage at certain point to take an exit out of the motorway, take a by lane which is not trodden by many. I should have a courage to take an exit and travel in a by lane Go within, go within, go within. When I realize that one, then I understand, oh, that is why this text is talking about this one. They are taking us in a highway, and at certain point I have to get off. To get off, I need tremendous devotion to the Lord, tremendous trust in Lord, devotion, surrender, humility, and in the words of teacher, Guru, I should have 100% faith. When I start going within, out of the highway, go within, that person realizes the truth. Swadhyaya is an integral part of the study. If you want to excel, if you want to become a genius in any field, no text can make you a genius. You have to have a stamina, inner stamina. It applies both in the material science. If I am doing a PhD and only reading the journals and only what that person has written, what this person has written, if I am submitting my thesis based on other commentaries, it is not, I'm just a copyist from there. But you have to go what others haven't spoken about. They have only laid the way, but certain point you have to come off and discover. Then the fulfillment in your learning, Swadhyaya, is done. It is leading to Ishvara Pranidhana, which we'll touch upon next week. Lie down.